Good night, Papua New Guinea. I'm Malcolm Wyra, and welcome to this special interview session with Prime Minister James Marape regarding the 2024 Fifth National Census. Prime Minister Marape, thank you for joining us.
I'm happy to be here, Malcolm.
Firstly, Prime Minister, why is it important for Papua New Guinea to conduct national census?
The law requires for us to be counted at least every 10 years. So the last time we counted people was 2011. Now it's 2024. We are 13 years behind. We should have done this in 2020 or 2021, but with COVID-19 that came in, it disrupted all our work, and we could not get census done in 2020 or 2021. We had the elections in 2022. We thought that just 1 year under our 50th anniversary next year, in 2024, we must do full count. So this time around, we cannot miss. And I just want to appeal to all our citizens nationwide. Wanamap, you stop. Count very important. We must count you in. As the country counts you in and you are registered, then your government is able to plan better for you, especially when we talk about planning for your health, education, road infrastructure, law and order. It's dependent on population count. So, Malcolm, it's very important we get this out of the way. Next year, when we are celebrating 50 years of independence, we want to know every child of our country, every person of our country, including all our special guests, the residents who are not citizens. We want to also know them.
Now, the designated time frame for the conduction of the Fifth National Census is from 18th June to 31st June. Given the delays in certain provinces and areas around the country, is there a possibility of an extension?
It's a given time frame, but we will extend. It is important. We're not time bound. In this time frame, we just want to press ourselves to try as much as possible to collect as much as we can. There are options for moving it into beyond that given time frame. There are also secondary work that will take place. It's not the 6 questions that are going to be asked. The 6th question is to make contact with our citizens and our residents. But there's a second phase and possibly continued on data cleansing and those who missed out, including those overseas. It will be extensive work that will go beyond the current time slot we have.
Now, in this Fifth National Census, the National Statistical Office has opted to digitize the data collection or enumeration process. However, a lot of the census teams around the country have indicated that they are receiving less number of tablets compared to the number of enumerators at hand. This has prompted them to resort to manual counting or enumeration. How is the government looking to work around this issue?
We expected these hiccups to happen, so they plan for the use of manual paper and pen, but the upload of the details would still be made through the tablets we have and the use of cloud-based storage of all data. It's important, just pushing paper. One paper possibly has a cost to it. You're looking about over 13, 14 million papers. There's a huge cost also in actual paper movement. And so we want to have a localized pen and paper use to assist the tablets, but all uploads will go onto tablets for cost saving, for efficiency of upload to a storage, and for download in a centralized office here in Port Moresby for our national registry.
Now, in terms of the procurement of the tablets, there have been concerns regarding the procurement of the tablets. Were government procurement processes complied with?
The National Procurement Commission was behind the procurements. We knew this activity was coming up. I think the procurement process was deployed. There's a lot of concern on this far and wide. 17 million kina is a big amount of money, but in any case, we had a look into the use of technology that we are deploying. The manual pen paper use the cost would outweigh that 17 million kina use of tablets, and it has come around in terms of our view that efficiency of use of technology can assist us in cost saving, assist us in efficiency of data collection, uplink, storage, and download for National Statistics Office to use later. So the pros and cons of using technology, using tablet against the manual paper was weighted against. In this day and age where technology can be used to assist in efficiency of work, we felt technology was the better mode. Some areas, tablets are not available right now. Instructions have gone out for secondary use of pen and paper at the localized area. But all data would be uplinked. We will not get manual papers to be sent into Port Moresby. The provincial units would mobilize all information collected and upload into cloud through the tablet. So using technology in this day and age assists in efficiency of work, and in this instance, efficiency of work and storage of data, and for confidentiality. When the officer uploads into the data, it is stored in privacy and for use in official use only.
Now, in terms of the conduction of the census data collection, census teams will be traveling from house to house to collect the data and conduct enumeration. However, we have quite a number of our citizens who are homeless or maybe residing temporarily in dwellings such as hotels, lodges, or hospitals if they're in a medical condition. How will they be quantified?
The program is flexible enough to also have teams going out to areas where people who don't have permanent address or living at Wantoks or the temporary citizens or residents who are in hotels. It has the flexibility to also count them. So the June 30 deadline may not be met. As I said, instruction has gone out. Every person in our country must be counted, must be known, must be linked into our central data. So whether you're homeless or you don't have a permanent address, we will still find a way to get to you. And if you, in the next 10 days that is left, if you have not seen an enumerator in your suburb, in your village, near your house, and you felt that you have been missed completely, there's a hotline. National Statistics Office has a hotline. It's currently manned by more than 20 staff, day-night shift. You can dial in, you can call in. It's toll-free, and certainly indicate where you are, because the government wants to know you. You're equally important. If you're homeless, you're important. If you don't have a house and out there in society, you are important. And that is why we're doing this census, just to know you so that we can plan for you, whether it's planning in education, planning in SME, planning in job creation, planning in health or law and orders. You must be known. You're not a person non grata, or you must not be an unknown person. Your country must know you. So we'll have a reach out, Malcolm, to all our citizens. And that is why we make this contact through media with all our people. And we want every one of you who are listening in today, spread the word out that everyone in your house, for the starter, if you're a household head, you're head of the house, you must register all who are in your house. And the key date, the question will be asked is, who was in your house on the 16th of June 2024 when the census was mounted? 16th of June 2024 is the reference night. The key question they will ask you, where were you? 16th of June was like last Saturday, I think, last Saturday night. So, and I was the first one to front up to be registered. So they'll ask you who was in the house with you. And if it is a relative, if it is a friend, if it is a children, you just have to give all the name. The data cleansing and verification will go on until we come up with every person in country in this period registered in a central database.
Will the data obtained be used in the LLG elections as well as the 2027 national elections?
The data for census will not be used directly for the elections, certainly not for the LLG elections that is coming up. I just want to clear him some confusion. Planting Lugating or some assist lo council election no council election common role long electoral commission by use him yet. But this data may play kisim long population. We will interface and we will verify until we arrive in a cleaner population registry that knows every citizen. And in 2025, 2026, work will progress where we want to have one population data platform that we migrate to be used for elections and any other work in our country. The end game for me in this one is that one person must be numbered, it must be known, and so we arrive at a cleaner, for instance, a cleaner electoral rolls, or cleaner data for education, cleaner data for health, and this census will not be just a 10-day, 11-day, 15-day of collecting names, the 6 questions, and people, we don't have follow-up work to this. Far from this, we will do a deeper work from this basic head count and basic name collections. There'll be a far deeper work in as far as population study, population numbering is concerned, so that we use this as a tool for government to plan for development needs of our country.
Now, public servants are spearheading this fifth national census. Will that affect normal service delivery?
Most are back to work now, especially essential service public employees like those in the health sector, police, education are asked not to sacrifice their essential service work. But those who are generally in office and helping hands, we're asking them, wherever you can, in your districts or provinces, reach out and help those who are out there counting our population.
Finally, Prime Minister, what is your advice for local communities to especially assist census teams and enumerators?
Malcolm, very important question. I just want to appeal to our people, our citizens, our residents. You being counted is important. Also, Master Mitokolo NBC, and I used an analogy, Malcolm. The analogy was simple. It's just like a mother in the house. When she wants to save food for the family, she must know how many plates to serve. And the number of plates is dependent on number of head in the house. Knowing the number of head in the house, the mother has a fair chance or a better chance to serve the dish and the food equally to everyone in the house, whether children, guests, relatives, including herself. And so census is like this. The government as the mother of the country. The government as the distributor of goods and services. Government needs to know all our citizens and residents. When we know you, we're able to plan for you better. The statistics we had in 2011 is a statistics that is outdated. In my view, statistics that is not holistically collected for a wholesome work in as far as calculating for service delivery is concerned. The last time we had a very good census, in my view, was the 2000 census. So we almost are 24 years old into having a good population data for our people. So I want to appeal to our people and friends in Bougainville, Manus, right across the length and breadth of our country. Whether you're in an island or you're in a hamlet in the highlands or in towns and suburbians, you feel that you don't have a permanent address, but you are important to your country. You must be counted. You must be known. The balance of 10 days we have is not the end of it. If someone has been missed out, we will find you. And I want to appeal to all our citizens. Your district administrator is a key person. We call them CEO these days. Your district chief executive officer, your LLG officers, your provincial administrator, he may be distant in the provincial headquarters, but closer to you are your LLG officers and your district officers. If you have not been counted, yell out, shout out, call out, tell them, or even your councillors, no one has counted me in. And we want to bring everybody into the picture. We want to count everyone. This thing has no other hidden agenda. Some are saying, some people in many other churches are saying maybe 666 and all these conversations, but just like COVID-19 came around, we were all saying all sorts of things. Some were saying during COVID-19 came around, I was the first one to get vaccine, and I said, Prime Minister Marape will die in 2 years. I haven't died yet, I'm still here. And so a lot of unnecessary speculations will be running around. A simple fact of the matter is that count is like the mother trying to save food for the children in the house. She needs to know how many are in the house. Your country needs to know, your government needs to know how many are in the house called PNG. Knowing you and where you are gives us the ability to plan better for you and to serve you better going forward. So it's important. We are facing 50th year of our nationhood next year. We want to have a firm number on how many people in this country, and I know there's a lot of unemployment, there's a lot of unengaged youth out there. I appeal to all our youths especially, wherever you are. Indicate your household, where you are. If you don't have a home in Port Moresby City, just indicate that you are homeless. You don't have a permanent address in Port Moresby. It gives us in government, and for me as the chief planner of our country, an ability to know population and plan budget programs next year and going forward better for our people and our country.
Prime Minister James Marape, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
Well, viewers, that ends this special interview session with Prime Minister James Marape regarding the 5th National Census. Till then, bye for now.
This program is proudly brought to you by